Hey everybody, Twin Diggers here.
Yeah!
Today is Saturday, November 2nd. We've had some crazy weather here this fall. We had 80 degrees on Tuesday and it was down to 35 degrees the last few nights. So I think we might have reached 50 today.
And we had 2 to 4 inches of snow.
But thank goodness it's all melted and gone. And we needed the moisture. We hadn't had rain in I think it was 8 or 9 weeks, which was pretty tough digging in the ground.
You bet.
So we are back at the farmstead. We did a lot of clearing for a good morning hours, and then we metal detected just to get things open up for this, when we come back in the spring. So these are some of the things that we did recover today, metal detecting. And as you can see, I've got my orange hat on, and we had our orange vests on. It's hunting season, and we want to make sure that even though we're on private property, that we are well protected with the colors. There are a lot of hunters that are around the area. So safety first. So here's just some things that we pulled up. And Pam pulled this out of the ground. And this is a cow stanchion. And we did get some numbers off of it. And I'll turn it this way so you can hopefully see it. It's B27, and then here it says Hudson, and here M. And this did have wood attached to it at one time. Of course, the cows would come into the gate, and this would lock their head in, and they would either milk them or give them medicine or whatever they did. So this was a real good find, and what was really fun is that these grabbers are still all in working condition. The levers seized up a little bit that would go up and down, but that was a real fun find.
Yeah, we have found these before, but they've been the full oval ones that were intact.
Yeah.
But this is a different kind.
I will set that.
Pardon me, excuse
That's
me.
you.
Oh, I felt that coming, but you know.
Okay.
All right, what else do we have going on?
I found this weird item, and we think something like this was on this end at one time because it's broken off. And someone must have tried to repurpose it for something and had some wiring wrapped around it for whatever. No idea what that would be. It's very unusual. So, and it's old, and it's definitely hand forged. So that's pretty cool. And then this was my great find. This is, look at this file, and it's a rasp file. And it even has, you can use it on the sides. There's a flat file on the back, and
that is amazing.
it's still really, really sharp. So that was cool. We love finding old
tools,
farm
and
things that are coming out of the ground.
That one was neat.
Yeah. And we find these a lot in all different sizes. Obviously, it's some kind of a bracket for some farm implement. But that was a big hit that came out. And then Pam found this, and we think it's probably to an old gas stove, just kind of,
Or probably an oil burner.
I'm not sure.
Maybe
So
for the barn, we think.
Yeah, if anyone's familiar with that, that's kind of a cool piece. So that was fun.
Big piece of iron on that one.
And this was very interesting. This had all these little layers of iron, and they were all compressed. And then this copper was tightly stretched all around here. And so obviously something electrical that went to. But that's pretty cool how that was made.
Yeah, if anybody knows, please leave a comment.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
And then we found this. Obviously, it's broken off everywhere. It may have even gone to that grate.
Yeah,
we don't know, but it's kind of a oval shape curve.
Yeah.
We found another O. And by the way, in our last video, we found a round O, and it had clamps on the back of it. It was 2 pieces. And one of our viewers said that it went to a Model T convertible top, and it would be pulled up. Those were on there, and then there was a little twist that locked it in place. And the reason why we think that's probably what it was for is, if you remember right, we did find that 1939 license plate that was in beautiful condition. So if that is for that, thank you for helping us try to figure out what that was for. That was a great find.
You bet.
And then just this little something or other that went into something. Some kind of a huge washer, I'm not sure. And
another big piece of iron.
Big flat piece of iron with smaller hole and a big hole in there. Got that. And then I got a hit on this. I'm not sure what this is for. It's some kind of a plate that was on something. But this is actually, it's a reflector. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of cool the way it. So I thought that was very interesting. I have no idea what that would have been on.
That is neat.
Yeah. We didn't find a lot of wire, which was great. Found this big old bolt, the nut on it. That's common. Little piece of iron. This was interesting. I found this, and this is copper. It's real fragile. And I have no idea what that would have been for. It's almost like it's a picture hanger.
It does kind of look like that, doesn't it?
So, I don't know. I thought that was real interesting. Fun finds. We found two of the, I don't know if you can get in there. It's the Winchester repeater.
Look at how nice that is.
And we got a good portion of the copper on the side.
Yeah, actually, I think it's brass.
Or brass,
Yeah,
I'm
brass.
sorry.
Yep.
Brass. And then, of course, there's the old
the old
paper
in there.
plug in there. And then this one was a little crushed, but still it came up high. This is an oldie. This is the Remy UMC, and we found these here before. So we got that. That was a little hit. But the most fun, fascinating, we have never recovered these before.
Let's see if I can get in there.
You got it?
Yeah, I think so.
It's Peter's Victor, and there's a 20 gauge and a 12.
That is cool.
And it says here, made in the USA. This is in really nice shape. That's the 20 gauge. This one's a little more beat up, but you can.
Why don't you bring that one down something?
Yeah, it's a
See if
little
I can get
harder
close
to read, but I had some water on it. But this had a lot of the copper casing around it.
Brass.
Why do I keep saying copper?
I don't know. You got
I
copper
got copper
on
on my
girl.
mind. That's because that
I know.
piece was
It
copper.
from that piece.
Brass.
Yeah.
And we looked these up, and this is a date range back into the 1930s, which would well date where we're at right now. So that was fun. We've never found those before.
Yeah, that was
That was a first. Lot of nails, and expected to be this. There was an old barn where we were at, and I'm surprised we didn't find more, but we probably have in past digs. This was my favorite find. Look at the size of this old square nail.
Yeah, that is honking.
And
Wow.
just a couple little bends with the hammer, and you could straighten that baby out.
Oh, yeah.
So that was
That's
cool.
neat.
And then other little square nails, we found some different size ones here.
Look at that little teeny baby one there. See it hiding?
That one.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
That's a roundy. That's not a square nail.
No, it's square.
Oh, it is
It's
square. It
Yeah,
is.
That's a little square.
You're right, sis.
Oh, my goodness. Look at how
Cool.
tiny that is.
A bottle cap and one of these. I always call them a U.
Yeah.
They use these to pound the barbed wire into the fence posts. So I got that. And only one jar because I was digging up some iron. And this is an oldie. And it has a 28 on the bottom. And the side that we found these on were in the 1920s section. And I believe this also does have a screw lid, but it's very thick. And it says 28 and 3, and then there's a square, and I'm not sure what letter that is in the center.
Yeah.
But this will be
very thick and heavy,
nice
too.
little jar to put some
Oh, yeah.
things in.
That's a nice jar.
We found very few shards, but we thought we'd show them. This is a broken piece of a base mason jar lid, and just some pieces of some pottery. very little glass. We've got a pile here, but that one has the blue in it, so that kind of dates it.
That's pretty.
This weird little wonky piece Pam found. It's got 2 holes drilled in it, and it's shaped really weird. It almost looks like it's a garden tool or something. It's concave in here.
It is weird looking,
Really odd. Yeah, so that was kind of weird. I found this old service line, from what I can read on it. It's some kind of power line tag that was...
Maybe for something buried under the ground.
Could be,
Warning or
but I mean,
something.
we're out in the middle of nowhere, so I don't know where it came from. A lot of times, you know, animals will see shiny things and they'll pick it up and carry it around, so that could have very well happened.
Sure.
Some old cans that we pulled out.
Yeah,
An
steel
old
cans.
Miller. We think that this glass all goes to this bottle,
Or jar or
jar,
something.
whatever it was. A lid. This is a really old
Yeah, old steel.
lid. And unfortunately, we only found a small shard.
It's a graduated medicine bottle.
Yeah, this is Owens glass, and it has Owens embossed on the top. It has let me look here, a 7, which could be 1937, we're thinking. And then you can see that there are some measurements on the side.
Yeah, that's too
So-
bad. That would have been cool.
Yeah, we lost that. And then, this is amazing. This is a piece of coal.
Isn't that neat?
Look how shiny that is. So, it almost looks like a rock, but it's not. It's coal. We found that here before in another area, and quite a few of pieces of it. So,
And then we have our pie tins.
Yeah,
Our
we
little
found a
pot
lot of
pie,
them.
Probably pot pie tins there.
yeah, I think they were pot pie tins.
Yeah.
So here's our truck. We got our buckets and all of our equipment, and we're gonna call it a day. The sun is setting, and we have to remember to turn our clocks back tonight for daylight saving time, which
Oh, I hate that.
we just dread it because it just makes the day so much shorter to be able to get out. We're hoping this weather continues. We're still able to get in the ground. We got 85% chance of rain tomorrow, so I don't know. It just depends if we're going to be here or not.
But we are going to be out again next weekend.
That's the goal, to be out here next weekend. So thanks everyone for watching. We really appreciate it. Like and subscribe on our Twin Diggers Facebook page and on our channel. We want to thank all of the new members on our channel and the just very kind compliments that you're giving us on our adventures out together.
And just to let you know, if you look on our Facebook page later with our posted pictures, we ran into a couple really scary dudes out here on the farm. So you're going to have to go there and take a look.
That has to do with Halloween.
I think it might.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all for now.
Thanks for
so
your
much.
support, everybody.
Yep. Take care.
Bye.
Bye now.